it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing something different on my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Mr. Mercedes TV series per episode. So let's talk about episode 1. If you are not aware, Mr. Mercedes was a book series, one of my favorite book series. I have reviews for the first, second, and the third book, so I'll have all those linked down below. They're one of my favorites. If you know me, you know that. But so I was obviously interested in the TV show. I wasn't thrilled because, well, I was, but I'm like, I don't want them to ruin one of my favorite books. So I saw the first episode. We're gonna talk about it and my thoughts on it. And basically, if you don't know, this TV series and the book is about a man who is the Mercedes killer, and he drives a Mercedes into a lineup of people at a job fair, killing some and injuring some as well. And the retired detective Bill Hodges, 2 years later, he gets a letter from the Mercedes killer saying, taunting him and saying that he never caught him, and he's getting some messages from the Mercedes killer years later. So it's about what happens with that case and Bill Hodges, the detective, and the Mercedes killer and what he's up to now. I love this so much. I love this series. I'll start with my non-spoiler thoughts on the show and then I'll jump into some spoilers. But the show, first episode, I wasn't a huge fan of. Honestly, I was really sad by the first episode. When I saw the first episode, I was like, all right. And same with the casting. I wasn't a huge fan of the casting, because I knew about the casting before, obviously, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. Personally, I just didn't picture the characters this way, and I know that they changed some things because, you know, it's always going to happen with an adaptation. They're obviously going to change some things, which, putting that aside, Bill is not how I imagined him at all. His Irish accent, he has a thick Irish accent in the show, and I'm like, where did that come from? So I'm a little confused about that. But Brady, I mean, he kind of looks the part, though. He is creepy. He is youngish, so I kind of get that. He kind of looks like one of those computer guys, if you know what I mean. And then Brady's mom is where I have problems, because Brady's mom is supposed to be older, and I know they have this weird relationship, but Brady's mom is supposed to be older, and she looks like 25 or 30. She looks like his sister. She looks real young, and it's just making it way more creepy. I don't know, I just didn't picture her like that. So to see this really young woman sitting on the couch waiting for Brady, I'm like, is that his mom? Yikes. Anyways, I wasn't too impressed with the first episode, but I am excited to see more of the series as it goes along, and I have already watched episode 2, so look out for a review on that one coming soon as well. So I just want to talk about some of the events in this spoilery section, and if you've seen the episode, stick around, listen to my thoughts, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear all your thoughts. I haven't looked at anyone's reviews personally on the show because I don't want to be biased or alter my opinion, so these are just my opinions, but let's jump right into it. Okay, so we start off the scene where Brady is driving the Mercedes into the lineup of people. We start off with this woman and her baby, which that was one of the main kills in the book, and in the movie as well. And the dude helping her in line was just so sweet, and I was like, and you know, there's Brady who's wearing this clown mask and a condom, which it says, which he talks about, which is gross. But there's this grumpy old guy in line. I was so rooting for him. He was like, shut up. I'm like, me though. He had no chill. I was dying. And then there's a scene where Brady drives over the girl and the baby, right? Which obviously was horrible. Seeing those people fly off the window. I thought the blood though was done super bad, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a movie expert or a TV show expert at all by any means, but I thought the blood scene when the woman got hit was so poorly done. It just looks so fake to me. That's just my thoughts though. So the music in this show confused me so much in episode 1. Bill is getting dressed, but there's this happy dance music in the back. I'm like, what am I watching? Like, what's happening? Like, it's just like this retired man who's obviously going through a tough time, and he's getting dressed, but there's happy music in the back. I'm like, huh? Brady, who I was just like, oh. I think he does impersonate Brady really well, but Brady's just like jamming on his way to work, which I also love the scenes of him at work. I think the tech store kind of like that kind of store is just super well done. Like, I really like that, because I remember in the book when he's like selling computers and stuff, and yeah, so it was nice seeing that and like seeing him in his store. And then we got his alternate job with the ice cream truck, which, oh my god, that is just ice cream truck pull up and I'm like, Brady's coming. Then there's Bill, who's so bitter, and I love him. Like, I know he wasn't happy in the first book by any means, but like, he is so bitter in the show. And I love how they didn't take out any of his swearing, because in the book he swears all the time, like all the characters do, so they didn't take that out of the show. So I'm happy about that. But he literally is like honking at children crossing the street, and I was just dying of laughter. Like, I personally, in episode 1, Bill had so much like comic relief to his character. Accent does bother me though, like, I'm not even gonna lie, his accent really bothers me, especially because I wasn't expecting it at all. Then when Bill's having dinner with that lady, she's so nosy. She's his next door neighbor. I don't remember her name, but she's so nosy. She literally, they're eating dinner and she asks him about his pee. I'm like, lady, do you mind? And then she starts to ask him about his sex life and proceeds to show him nudes at the table. Like, what the hell? I was just like, what is she doing? I'm so confused. Okay, and then we have that first contact with Bill and Brady, where Brady sends that video over, which in the book, I remember Bill sitting in a chair, receives a letter in the mail, and it's from the Mercedes killer. And then later, other stuff starts to come up, but it did not start with the video. So there was this really interesting video with the face and the clown mask and like these really sexual drawings, which I feel like they are making the show a lot more sexual than the book is. Like, the book is sexual, don't get me wrong. It's an adult book, it's King. I know that. I read the books, I love the books, and I know that's in them, but like, they really sexualized it, especially in that section with Brady in that video that he sent over. So that video did not happen in the books, but it's fine, I guess. I was really bitter about it at first, don't get me wrong. We meet Jerome, Jerome, probably. We meet him. I was so happy. I love him. Basically, he's mowing the lawn at like 6 a.m. and then you just hear Bill like yell out the window. Wait, I think he like throws something at him too, and I'm like dead. And I love Bill's tortoise. Did he have a tortoise in the book? I honestly don't remember. I don't think so. Mind you, it is my favorite book, but I read that book like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. I read it such a long time ago, so some ideas are fuzzy in my head, but he has a tortoise, which kills me. Then we meet Brady's mom. I was so shocked. She's young, really young. And he still calls her those pet names like he did in the book. So she calls him honey boy and all that other sort of stuff. And she literally asked him for a kiss on the cheek, and then she like went in for that lip kiss, and I'm like, ew, no, bye. Brady's computer basement, which I was excited to see, because in the book his like computer lab is described like really high tech, really interesting. So it was interesting to see kind of his work area, I guess. And again, Bill continues to just kill me. He literally, like, I did live tweets of when I'm watching the show, so if you're interested in that, follow me on Twitter. I'll have the links down below. But literally Jerome was like, are you expecting someone? And Bill's like, no. And then he grabs a gun and goes to the door. I'm like, basically the first episode, on a scale of like I don't know, giving it like star ratings. The first episode was like a 3-star for me. I really didn't love the first episode. I had some issues with it. I have watched the second episode, which I will review. So now I'm used to the casting. But when I first saw the first episode, I was really harsh. I was really critical, and I have to be. Like, it's one of my favorite books, seeing it adapted, but then I also have to review it not only as an adaptation, but as a show itself. So first episode wasn't amazing. If I hadn't read the book and I just watched the show, I probably don't know if I would have continued or not. But now I am excited to see where it goes. And from episode 2, I'll talk about that later. But the first episode, I give about 3 stars-ish. I didn't love it. I was kind of bitter about the stuff that they changed. Now I have to just review it as I know they're going to change stuff, and it's just not going to be exactly like the book, which adaptations, like, they never do it like that, unfortunately. But yeah, about a 3-star for me. Let me know what you guys thought of episode 1. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And I will see you guys all super soon with a new video. And if you haven't been here or seen my face before, make sure to subscribe to my channel for new uploads all the time. Not every day, but all the time. Pretty frequently at least. And make sure to click the notification bell to be updated for when I post new videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!